How are you, Yara?
It's
Can you
it's
hear me?
recording?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
recording now.
Okay, so hi, I'm fine.
Do you want to tell everyone a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yeah, sure. So hi, I'm Jara Solis. I'm from Spain and I'm a guitar and bass player. And I'm also a photographer at shows sometimes. And well, that's all for the moment, but just for the moment, I'm not in any band. So I'm just posting mainly guitar covers on social media, and that's all, I guess.
Yeah, but you are um, making really great videos on social media, and you've been in bands before. So, and I'm sure you'll be in more
Yeah,
in the future.
only one time though.
Oh, was Cobra Spell the only band?
Yeah.
Oh,
What? I
okay.
didn't hear.
Oh, I said, was Cobra Spell the only band?
Yeah, I
Oh,
have only been there.
well, that is
I
a
mean, I
great place to start.
what?
It's a great band to start with.
Well, I guess.
I mean, yeah, you got to do very cool shows, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely it was very funny to play live. Like, yeah, I really enjoyed that part of the experience,
Hmm.
It was amazing.
Well, that's awesome. So, can you tell us when did you first realize that you loved metal and you wanted to make more of it?
Yeah, so it was when I was a child, like I feel like almost everyone. But my parents always listened to this kind of music, but I never get it all until I was like maybe 9 years old, and my dad introduced me to Iron Maiden, with Paul Diano, and I was like, I instantly became the biggest fan of Iron Maiden, but I was just like such a nerd. I was a completely nerd of Iron Maiden, and at that moment is when I started to listen to heavy metal. And at some point, I listened to this song of Iron Maiden. It's "Be Quick or Be Dead," and I was, like completely impressed. Like, oh, I need to be like these people. This is heavy metal, and I went completely crazy. But I was such a nerd, and I was like, this is my guitar. I bought it because of Iron Maiden. Also, when I was like 12 years old, because I went to the music store and I say to the guy there, like, I want the same guitar as Dave Murray, and that's why I have this guitar. I was completely nerd of Iron Maiden, yes, so that's how I started. But the moment I realized that I wanted to make heavy metal was actually this last year when I was playing with Cobra Spell, because I think that um, if you really want to know, if you want to dedicate your life to it, and to create music and being in a band and all that, you have to experience it in real life, because there's a lot also of difficulties and problems and you know horrible things that you have to go through, and you have to to like li- go through it in real life to realize. So I had the opportunity of doing it this last year with Cover Spell. Um, that's when I realized about it. Like I wanted to play, live, and being in a band, and all that.
Hmm. Well, that's awesome. I love how many of the guests that I have on the show will say that Iron Maiden was the band that inspired them to make.
Yeah, I saw. See,
Oh
I
yeah,
got it there.
some very awesome posters. Um, okay, if you were going to make music for a movie soundtrack, what would the movie be about?
I guess just like a 80s horror movie, like this aesthetic of just like maybe like King Diamond and all these, like witches and candles and all that. Like the Stormwitch aesthetic, the
Hmm.
Stormwitch band. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're a huge inspiration for me. So I think it will be like that. I'm actually already making music for releasing a band, so it
Mm.
kind of sounds like that. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's really cool. I like Stormwitch a lot too. So I'm excited to hear what you're making. Um,
yeah.
yeah, and Stormwitch is they have one of the best um like vocalist duets of any heavy metal band, I think. Beauty and Beast by Stormwitch. It's like very rare to have a duet like that in heavy metal.
uh, Sorry, but I didn't understand at all what you said.
Oh, I said I like Stormwitch too, and they have
Ah, yeah.
a good duet, a singing duet um, called Beauty and the Beast.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Um,
Yes, you. I know.
so with your new music, if you could tour with any three bands, which bands would you like to tour with?
Well, mm, yeah, I think I will go to friend bands, just to because it would be much funnier, like it will be funnier, like just go with friend bands, like I don't know, but um, I think one of my first option will be Riot City.
Okay.
They, I swear, they're amazing guys. It will be amazing to go on tour with Riot City, I think, and also, um, I don't know, maybe Hitten. I don't know if you know them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're from Spain. They're
Mhm.
also amazing band. And as a third option, I'm not sure because there's so many bands that I would love to go on tour with. But like maybe I don't know. Like of course, if I could choose any band, it will be Iron Maiden.
Good.
But like I'm trying to be realistic. So like
No, no, no. I want you to tell us your dreams.
yeah, of course I will go with Steve Harris for sure.
Yeah. I want
But
people to know
um
how to support you and like what you want. You have to tell people what you want so they can give it to you.
yeah, I want the Steve Harris, of course.
There we
But
go.
by the way, I would also love to go on tour with Enforcer, maybe. That's also cool.
Cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, lots of new wave traditional heavy metal bands. Riot. I got to see Riot play in Mexico City with Black Mask last December, and of course, Enforcer. And then Hitten, a really great singer in that band. Hitten is great.
Yeah, he
Hitten is
was also in Cobra Spell.
Yeah, Hitten is how I found Cobra Spell. I heard Hitten.
Yeah, me too. Or
Aha!
not. I don't remember at all, honestly. I
Oh
think.
yeah,
I don't
I
know.
remember that I heard Hitten and I thought that the singer was so good. I wanted to see what else he was making, and then I found Cobra Spell.
Yeah. I think it was the other way around for me.
Oh, okay. Um, when you look back on your life, what was a big decision you made that turned out to be a great choice?
And I think it is to um maybe it was to choose my current bass player
Mhm.
because she's a 17 years old girl from Ecuador, and that's kind of crazy, to start a band being so young with a person who is living in a different continent. But at that time, I need a bass player. Well, I still don't have a full lineup, but at that time, I was looking for a bass player, and I
Mhm.
saw this girl on Instagram, and it was just like, I was so stoned, like, it's exactly what I need for my band, because she was an amazing bass player, and also she looked amazing. It was just like, I was so mad because she was living in Ecuador. It was just like, why me? And I started to talk with her, and we were all the time like, ah, we wish we could be in the same band, but yeah, but you living in Ecuador or whatever. One day my friend Angelina, um, I think you know her,
Yeah.
this bass player girl.
Yep.
So she told me one day, you should definitely start a band with this girl. And I was like, yeah, but I can't because she's living at the other side of the world. Like, it doesn't make sense. And she was like, just do music together. And if it works, you will find a way to, to create a band or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Why not? Like, this is the excuse I need, So I told her just like, "Hey, let's start a band." And we have been working together for a year, like just writing music like from different sides of the world.
Hmm.
And we made so many amazing things, and we have so many great ideas. It's like the best person I have worked with in music in my life. So it's like I think that was a great choice, and I'm
Yeah,
still working with her.
that's such a great story. We live in a time where you can just send each other files to work with, like, here's my idea, and you come back with your own parts.
Yeah.
And it's just like it, technology allows us to do this now, and it's really great that you are showing people that's possible. And it's also really,
Yeah, it is.
it's
I
great to,
mean, it's difficult, like the part when you have to take like maybe promotional pictures or whatever because
Mhm.
you have to be together, and it's like yeah, how? But the thing with this girl is that she's going to live in Spain when she ends her studies, so it's gonna be possible because she's gonna live in my same country. But for the moment it's completely crazy, and people sometimes ask me like, "Do you have a band?" And I'm like, well, I'm with this bass player from Ecuador, and they're like, yeah, cool,
Well,
completely making sense. And I'm like, yeah,
it will make sense later. I it sounds like you have found a really great partner to be creative with, so I'm sure it's going to come together.
yeah, and that's the most difficult part in on finding people, because you have like I look for a very particular kind of person, like
Mhm.
with the same mindset, and it's that's very difficult. And she's the only person I found for the moment.
Yeah, what is her name?
When and also, uh,
What is her
her
name?
name.
Yeah.
And it's big. It's Crimson Eyes on Instagram.
Oh, what did you say?
On Instagram, she's her username is Crimson Eyes. I don't know if you know
Oh,
her.
Crimson Eyes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I'll check her out. And it's pretty normal, I think, for girls who want to play heavy metal together to have to look outside of where they live. I think that
yeah,
there's just not enough girls in every city that are like um, able to do it. Sometimes it's because people tell girls like that you can't, and so then they don't try. But you know, then there are girls who do try, and there are just not a lot of them, and so you have to look outside of your own city to find people who will play with you. So I think it's
yeah.
really
But
normal.
that's for me that's in general, even with guys, because I'm not looking for, for a fall. How do I say it? I completely forgot the name. Like a girl band. I'm looking for a mixed band. I don't
Mhm.
care if it's a guy or a girl, but still it's very difficult. Like even finding a guy for me it's completely difficult. I don't know
Yeah.
how to do it. Even if I look out of Spain,
Oh
it's
yeah.
very difficult.
For me, uh, working with guys in a band has been hard because they often think that I'm flirting with them if I say that I want to work with them.
Well, yeah, that's also a big
Yeah.
problem. I
So
had it before because I had guys before in this band, and that was always the problem. This was because things didn't work, because
mhm. Yeah,
it's like that.
and that's why it's like I wish that there were more girls to play the music I want to play with where I am, but there aren't. And then there are guys, but I don't feel comfortable asking guys to play music with me anymore most of the time because they hit on me, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah, yeah, always
Tired
happens,
of
but
it.
sometimes you can find guys who won't do it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
difficult, but if you can,
I know
I
it's.
better do it because girls are completely impossible to find at this point.
I know, and that's what I hope this channel will do. So all the girls watching this channel, take a look at Yara's history of music and let us know when you are ready to do a call for female artists because I think that we'll be able to find them here on this channel.
Yeah, I wish. Would be cool. I need a drummer, by the way.
We're looking for a drummer, girls and boys.
Yeah,
Boys too. Just be professional, guys. Okay. So, okay. What is a performance memory that you will never forget?
performance memory. I won't say I wouldn't say just a performance, but I think the whole Wacken festival,
Mhm.
but mainly maybe Iron Maiden show at Wacken. But yeah, the whole Wacken festival. I don't know exactly how to answer, but I think it's my favorite place on earth, and I went to Wacken for the first time this last year, and I wish I can go every year from there because it was a yeah, it was an amazing experience, but also a Iron Maiden show, yeah, because people was doing this crowd surfing thing,
Mhm.
and in Spain that is not very common. Like just so I was very surprised by it because you will be there like in the middle of thousands of people and you could go to any person and just say, hey, just get me up, and they will be like, yeah, and you were just like, crowd
Yeah.
surfing. It was
Mhm.
amazing. That is not exactly a performance, and I don't know what was the question.
That was a good answer. I was asking. Usually, people tell me about a time that they performed on stage, but it's fun that you told me about someone else's show that you enjoyed.
uh, by the way, I don't have any, I only played 3 times with Cobra Spell, so I don't have a lot to say from that.
Okay.
Just this crowd surfing thing at the back end, and then when I went down again, I was completely lost in the middle of thousands of people. I was watching the show with Angelina also, and
Hmm.
I was like, oh, it was so funny. And then it was like, oh, but now I'm lost in the middle of thousands of people. And then I started thinking, I'm watching my favorite band, and I'm not with my friends. What do I do now? And I started like almost crying. I had a picture on my phone of the place where I was with Angelina, and I was just asking everyone like, "Hey, where do you think this place is?" And people was like, "Maybe a bit more to the right side." And I was like, "Yes, thank you." And at some point, I was so like desperate that I say to some random guy, "Hey, can you get me up again?" And I was just like crowd surfing again, but like crying, like, "Hey, where are my friends?" And at some point, I heard. Jara, and I looked back and I saw Angelina. I was like, just let me here. Yeah, that was I will never forget that because also Iron Maiden was playing.
That's awesome. Um, well, I'm getting really excited to hear about the new music that you're making. Would you be able to tell us what bands it sounds like? Your new music?
It's like a mix of it's kind of like maybe speed heavy metal, but like very traditional. Like if Stormwitch was faster, I will say.
Okay, cool. Stormwitch, but faster. Into
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
I like it. Um, okay, so where can we follow you so that we can keep up to date with your new project?
Um, Social media like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I don't like TikTok, but I have it there also. But I use Instagram, so yeah, there.
All All right, and so now we're just gonna play an easy game. I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna show you two vinyl, and you have to pick one. There will be 5 rounds.
Okay. Um, this Santa. Yeah.
Can you tell us what you like about Santa?
Um, Honestly, I never listened to them, but I don't really enjoy Susie Quattro, so that's why I don't know.
Okay, homework today. Listen to Santa.
Yeah, okay, I will. Um, I don't know any of them. Well, I know Debbie Harry, but I didn't listen to any of them.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I will say Debbie Harry then because at least I know her.
Well, Shaka Khan, she is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and she had a very popular song called "Through the Fire." It's a very good ballad. If you want to introduce yourself to her music, look for "Through the Fire."
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's and also it's totally normal to not know all the vinyl in the game. I don't think anybody has. So it's kind of like how we can learn about rock stars that are women that we haven't learned about yet. So it's totally fine if you don't.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, Joan Jett for sure. I love her.
Tell us what you like about Joan Jett.
Well, I don't know, but she was one of my first like uh girl inspirations in this rock and heavy metal and all that. I think she was the first even before Doro Pesh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so that's why.
Yeah, I do think that Joan Jett is more well known than Doro Pesch.
Yeah,
Um,
still I like Doro better, but she was the first.
all right, and so Grace Slick or Pat Benatar.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Pat Benatar, but I listened to not a lot from her.
You have
But I will say her. Yeah.
you have a whole new playlist to listen to today.
What?
You have a whole new playlist.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
New
I
stuff.
have it.
I love hearing new music. So hopefully it's good.
This is difficult decision. Can I pick just both? I don't know.
Sure. Tell us what you like about both of them.
Um, well, I don't know. Coven, I think it's amazing because they were like one of the first heavy metal bands, even before Black Sabbath. And it's also cool that they had a female singer. It's
Pretty
like, but still, they weren't really famous still. Yeah,
pretty
it's
great.
amazing.
Naked. Yeah. And what about Girl School?
Um, I don't know. To be honest, never listened to Girls Go a lot. Like I try, I knew them,
Hmm.
but I never really pay a lot of attention. So I don't know, but I know that they're cool bands, so that's why I can choose them.
Yeah. I would definitely pick Coven over Girl School as well. I like listening to Coven more than I like listening to Girl School. Um, because it's Girl School is very thrash, and Coven is like much more 60s, and so I like this more. I like 60s more than I like thrash. Yeah, so that was it. Is there anything else that you want to share with the viewers?
No, I think I don't, but uh, I don't know. I feel like we could have talk about many other things. Maybe a second part will be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We can definitely schedule another. So when you are about to release the new music with your band, you should let me know so we can bring you on the show and you can tell everybody about what you're about to release.
Yeah, that will take a while though.
I know.
But I think like the plan is to release the band this year, like maybe in October, November. That's the plan. I don't know if it's gonna work. Maybe my November self is watching this now and saying, "Wow, what a loser." I hope she's not.
No way. I'm actually so
So
glad that you came on the channel today where you are in your new project because I like that people can see all different parts of the journey. Like everybody has started where you're starting this project. You know, everybody knows that it takes a while to record and release music and that you never know when it's really going to be available for people to hear, right? Like, who knows? So I thought it was really great that you came on at this stage and you got to announce this, and now we can look for a drummer for you.
yeah, I hope that's very difficult. I think they are almost like they doesn't exist anymore, I think. But
I heard the same thing about bass players, but we know that they're out there.
yeah, my bass player, I don't need anything else.
There you go. Who needs drums anyway? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, thanks for having me also.
Absolutely. Bye.
Bye.